Ooh. Hey.
고급 학습자를 위한 고급 영어 강의, 통역사에게 직접 배우는 외신 영어 뉴스 강의로 여러분들의 영어 품격을 끌어올려 보세요. 늦기 전에 신청하세요.
What's up, Processors? This is Taewoon again. So, I brought the second part of the interview content about Jungkook's new song, 3D. Well, before I show you the second part, I want to address the elephant in the room. So my first interview video about Jungkook's 3D, there have been mixed responses to that. And to be honest, I was taken aback a little bit because I didn't expect that kind of response. So I figured that it would be better for me to clear things up a little before I show you the second part today. So first of all, about the intention of making that interview content. Was that to make Jungkook look bad? Of course not. If that had been my intention, trust me, the questions would have been completely different. I actually like the song, so why would I make a video to criticize the song? I respect your interpretation of my video, but my intention was to show you how young folks in Canada would receive songs like Jungkook's 3D. And by doing so, I wanted to address some of the concerns among Korean audiences about the sexual nature of the lyrics. Second of all, was I shocked or upset about the sexual contents in Jungkook's new song? Not really. I mean, let's be real, I'm a 37-year-old man with a 7-year-old child. Do you really think I'm that squeamish? No. I've seen the evolution of the pop music industry. I've seen much dirtier lyrics before, and I'm totally fine with those lyrics, except that I would not let my child listen to that kind of songs, at least until she becomes a teenager. Once she becomes a teenager, honestly, I don't think there's much I can do to stop her from listening to that kind of songs. She will find a way to listen to that kind of song, but she's my little princess right now, so I would not let her listen to that song. But that said, I have no problem with sensual lyrics in the pop world. So for those of you who are watching this, who found my previous video upsetting, I just want to make this one thing clear, that I do not make a video to upset someone. That has never been my intention, ever. And again, if anything, these interviews will actually address some of the worries that some Korean audiences have about this song and its potential impact on growing children. So please sit back and enjoy the interviews, and I hope you learn a thing or two after watching the video.
Ooh. Hey.
Nah, that was good. That was good.
Cool. All right, guys. So now I'm gonna hand you guys the lyrics. Right. I can hold that for you. If anything stands out to you, you guys can talk about that. And just generally share your thoughts. It doesn't have to be like significant, just anything. What do you think about the song in general?
I really liked it.
You really like the song?
Yeah, I thought it was like catchy. And I wasn't expecting Jack Harlow to be in it either, so that was a nice surprise.
Okay. Do you listen to Jack Harlow?
Yeah, every now and then, yeah.
What about you?
And I even thought the music video is very aesthetically pleasing. Like, the visuals are very nice. And that was cool. I like how they said in another time zone, like they could kiss you through the universe, which I think is a very like cool way to put it.
What do you think the song is about in general?
They're gonna find you no matter what the circumstances. Like if you're meant for them, they will find you.
Oh, I like this one. I like where it says, "You give me brand new emotion. You got me drinking that potion."
Okay.
Yeah, I like that part.
Why do you like that part?
I don't know. I feel like it just like expresses how like a girl can change someone's like view like that much. It said that like this girl was able to give him like a brand new emotion, almost like he was drinking that like potion. So I feel like it just shows how much one person can like change like how you feel.
Okay, so it's a love song.
This one really caught me off guard. I got you playing with yourself on camera. Oh, okay. See, that's a good line.
I'm flying from Korea to Kentucky. I said that right there.
And it's like, you ain't gotta guarantee me nothing. I just want to see if I can get lucky. I just want to meet you in the physical and see if you would touch me. Okay.
Nah, that's a good song. I'll say it's a good song.
Good song.
And then there's a line that said like, I had one girl too boring, 2 girls is cool, and then 3 girls is like horny, which I think is very representative of like society right now.
How so?
No one wants one girl. They want multiple.
Okay.
It's
Do you
difficult.
think it's a guy thing, or is it like happening like regardless of gender?
I think it's a guy thing.
She seems to disagree.
I feel like it could be both ways.
Okay.
But mostly a guy thing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack Harlow's lines are all very like representative of like people now, like just how guys are now.
Not loyal.
Not loyal.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas I think Jungkook's parts, those are like more like a gentleman,
Yeah.
like a good guy.
Okay. And also interestingly, like Jack Harlow, for like being really explicit with his lyrics, is being a little hated by some Korean audiences right now. And people are saying, oh, just take his part off the track, or like things like that are being said.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Honestly, me, I don't know the artist. So I think Jack Harlow really gives him the popularity that this song needs. So in a way, like Jack Harlow is contributing to like the success of this song, although it's like most of the audience, they're not really liking it because of like the things that he's talking about in the song. But there are pros and cons to Jack Harlow being in the song.
So it's a win-win for
Yeah.
both. Yeah. All right. So to give you a little backstory to this content, I already did my own interpretation video, and people's response to this song was kind of divided because Korea, which the country I'm from, like people are much more conservative compared to people in North America, for example. So like some people say like, oh, Jungkook let me down, like by singing songs like this. It's too sexual, like his being westernized, whatever that means, and like he's trying to fit in and he's trying to like throw away that positive like upbeat image of himself. And some fans are literally disappointed by that. That's kind of the culture that exists in Korea. Not everyone's like that, but some people are really conservative that way. And also parents too are concerned about like where Jungkook is headed in his career, right? Because like when they're a group and when they're like performing together as BTS, their lyrics are like all positive, like spreading love and like very wholesome. But then now like Jungkook as a solo artist is focusing on like talking about sex all the time, and people are like, why do you do that? What kind of like transition are you trying to make here? Because like some parents have like kids who are like 7, 8, and they listen to it and they got curious and they try to look it up on the internet. What do you think about what's going on in Korea?
I agree. I feel like they have gotten westernized based on what you did say. Like, it makes sense. And like the audience that he's probably built for himself already was probably like more PG and conservative. And now he's in like another area where it's more westernized. So he's bringing that audience in with him.
I can understand why people would say that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because I never really listened to like BTS or anything like that, but I know that their music was more like positive, I believe, not really like talking much about like sex and like, so I can see why people would like say that he's like changing and like finding that a problem.
But it also makes sense because he obviously got bigger, and like westernized things are like what's more like attractive or to people. So.
I think like fans remember their first encounter with him when he was like a minor, and now he's like a grown man, and people are like still kind of like trying to process the kind of transition he's going through.
But for me personally, music is just music. Overall, I think it's a good song.
Yeah, it's a really good song.
So how do you feel about the amount of sexuality in pop culture in general, like in the music industry and the film industry? Do you guys sometimes find it offensive or like uncomfortable, or are you guys like cool about that?
Not offensive, more so in the sense of like everything just seems the same now. Like there's not much of a difference. Everything has the same concept of sex and like a playboy, and that's like the storyline for every music video and like movie. So it's not as entertaining and like different and hooking as it once was.
I feel like it kind of just feels very like repetitive, and like I'm not sure if I have like a problem with it, but like also I just wish like it could be like switched up sometimes.
Yeah. So do you think people are getting a little numb to this
Yeah.
in general?
I think so.
I feel like if some of the things that were being said, like right now, even like the lyrics that were said like here, if they were said like a couple years ago, like a couple decades ago, that would not be acceptable.
Yeah.
But now we've just normalized it, and this is like our new normal, so it's not something to
Especially after
question.
Cardi B.
Yeah, especially after WAP.
Okay. Okay. So do you think like this kind of sexuality in the pop culture is kind of now some sort of a standard for you to fit in, like for you to be successful in the music industry?
Yeah, especially when it comes to like rap and pop, it's kind of hard not to do that because if you aren't, if you're being very conservative, you kind of get deemed as being like underrated and stuff like that because you're not doing what everybody else is doing. So I guess like people will kind of conform to like doing what everyone else is doing. So yeah.
Just do whatever like music you want to make. Like, to be honest, like just make whatever is relevant to at least you in the moment. Whether it's, I don't know, a gospel song or a rap song, like just say whatever. Like, music is music. For me, I always say that was a good business move at least, right? Partner up with Jack Harlow, you're having a whole different set of eyes on you. Like, you're catering to different types of taste in music.
So I have a 7-year-old girl, right? And I listen to songs that are not PG, and you know, like sometimes they talk about sex and drugs, and I don't want her, you know, to listen to that kind of songs. Though I know you guys are not in that life stage yet, but if you were parents right now, would you let your kids listen to songs like this?
I definitely wouldn't. I don't think so. I don't think I would want my child like being exposed to that type of content just because I feel like it might leave like a negative like impact on them. So I wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't want that either, but like naturally they're gonna go to school and they're gonna experiment with different things. So naturally they're gonna know that.
Yeah, honestly, I'm scared to find out what my daughter's keeping from me. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
what kind of conversation she's having at school
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
So for me, it's like, as a parent, you can't control what your kid hears. Obviously, like, don't have your child hearing about sex and all this stuff when like 5, 7. But like, even if a song does come up on the radio, then at least explain to them, say, oh, this is what happens, and like, you know, explain them the rights and wrongs for it.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. Like, obviously, as a parent, you wouldn't want them to be listening to that type of music. But then again, like, there's so much that you can do. Like, they go to school, they have friends that, like, there's just so much influence outside of the home. So, yes, like, you can, like, instill, like, all of that type of, like, morals in them. But, like, at the same time, like I said, like, there's just so much that you can do. Like, there's so many influences that are in the world that it's just really hard to stop it. But yeah, it's really hard.
So the students at York University, they're mostly chill and cool about the sexual content in Jungkook's new song, 3D. And they even thought it was just a light-hearted love song. I like to say in conclusion that in the Western world, people, especially younger audiences, are pretty used to sex being the subject of a song. So they don't really mind it as much as people might in Korea. And most importantly, all interviewees that I've met really loved Jungkook's new song, and none of them were bothered by the lyrics. So I hope this video helped you understand how Jungkook's new song is being received in the Western world. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and also make sure you keep your notification bell on. That way, you will not miss my next video. So I'll see you guys in my next video.